Hey girl, hey, this is Dr. Tasha, and I am back with a Thursday medical little tidbit for y'all. Now listen, if you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Tasha Rogers. I'm a board certified OBGYN that lives, practices, and owns her own practice here in Atlanta. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Because the vibes be vibing, okay? The info be infoing, and the laughs be doing what they're supposed to do. So it's a real vibe over here. And make sure you guys make sure you're liking and subscribing to the video so that one, it can keep coming up on your algorithm, and two, YouTube understands that the vibes are vibing over here, okay? All right, guys. So what I want to do, a little housekeeping first to let you know that there is one, not three, not five, one ticket left for the retreat. Just one. We have our Elite 79. Will you be the 80? Will you be Elite number 80? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. You guys can stop hearing about the retreat once that last ticket sells, because then we'll take our communication only to the retreat attendees. So you can stop hearing me talk about it once we sell that one final ticket. So if you're waiting, if it's in your cart, girl, you better run over there and get your ticket. We ain't playing. And once the 80 shuts down, it's shut down. It's based on the capacity of the meeting room at the hotel. So it's not that we're trying to be mean. It's not that we're trying to not include people. The capacity, the hotel has a capacity. And we ain't trying to have no trouble with the fire marshal, you dig? So go and get your one ticket so you can be part of the Elite 80. Okay, so that being said, what are we gonna talk about today? Y'all know when I spend time in the office or, whatever, I tend to talk about what I see, right? So let's go ahead and talk about springtime hygiene, okay? What are we gonna do this spring? What should we be doing this spring to kind of keep it fresh? Let me give y'all a little heads up on sundress season, on, having good back winds, the whole 9 yards. Let's refresh, figuratively and literally. Let's refresh on what we should or should not be doing to stay springtime fine. How are we going to hold ourselves accountable? How are we going to do the absolute best we can do? Okay? Outside of coming to the doctor and getting treated for what you need to be treated for. But let's back it up. So when it comes to hygiene, for me, there's different levels, and not like different levels as far as cleaning yourself, like different levels as far as there are different things you want to pay attention to. I feel like there's body hygiene, there's skin hygiene, there's feet hygiene, and then there's coochie hygiene. Okay, we ain't gonna even get into the teeth because y'all know I don't play about the teeth. I don't play about the whitening of the teeth. I don't play about the teeth. My bestie's like, I ain't never seen somebody be at the dentist as much as you damn do. I thought you were hiding something for a minute, because why the hell are you at the dentist so much? Because I don't play, okay? Some things, and people can be who they want to be, right? We don't judge over here. We're comfortable. We let you guys do what you want to do, but we do hold folks accountable. And I think that we put far too much emphasis on what we're wearing and how we look versus how we're actually taking care of ourselves. Let me say that again. And this is no hate, and I hope you guys don't take it in a negative way, but I just feel like we should be spending far less attention on how we lay our lace and who's doing our lashes than what is happening with our skin. Why are our pores clogged? Why do we have black and white heads all over the place? Why are our teeth yellow? Do you suffer from halitosis? If so, why? Why? It is so many things that you can literally do at home, things that are in your home cabinet, things that are in your home pantry, like that you can do to help yourself. Because guess what? I don't care whether it's got a guy or a girl or whatever the case may be. You can have on the plainest clothes, but if you're clean, you have nice skin, you're glowing, you radiate, you're going to attract a higher quality person. Why? Because you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So if you show that you're high quality, meaning you take care of yourself, you are vested in yourself, you care about yourself, who you think you're going to attract? Exactly. So I am big on hygiene, not just because you're supposed to, but because I just feel like it's a part of caring for yourself. you guys know, as far as your body hygiene plays directly into your vaginal hygiene. It does. So body hygiene, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say from here down to your feet. You're going to clean with one of two soaps. Okay. The first soap, you know I'm going to say, is the Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar. It's going to clear off all the bacteria, the staph, the strep, all of the things, like all the things that your skin naturally picks up, but it can cause issue. The acne bacteroides, which causes body acne, all of those things, and it's built-in moisturizer. So if you have dry skin, if you have eczema, if you got that alligator cracked skin, we got you, and we got you. Okay, so the body wash bar, if that is something that is not within your bandwidth to do, if you can't afford to do it, if you don't, what, for whatever reason, you're unable to do it. Before I created the body wash bar about 3 years ago, I would always tell my patients Dove White Bar Soap, the original bar soap. It will not contribute to you getting a vaginitis, and it does an amazing job. And it's also a moisturizing bar. So I'm not taking away anything from Dove. I'm just saying mine is made by my own hands. Like literally, I'm mixing ingredients, mixing oils, mixing preservatives that I created. If you didn't know, my background is in chemistry. So that I created, and I'm literally pouring these soaps. I do quality control. I pop the soap, and then the team gets them off to you guys. So be very mindful. I'm partial to my soap because I know what's in it. I know what I do. I know how I create it. But like I said, before my soap, before there was anything better, okay, it used to be Dove White Bar Soap, the original, the white and navy blue box. That's it. Don't ask me, well, can I use this? From my experience, my patients would still continue to pick up vaginitis from using the other types of Dove, but that's just my experience. And never, ever, ever any liquid soap. Never, ever, ever. The ingredients that are used in liquid soap have a very high alkalinity, and that with your vagina being very very acidic, and the body wash or any liquid soap being very alkaline, it creates a disruption, and it makes you very, very, very much at higher risk for having bacterial vaginitis. Okay, so there's that. But please, I need you guys showering, and I don't know, some people were asking weird questions before, do I wash below my knees? You're there. Aren't you worth the extra soap? You're there. Do I wash below my elbows? You're there. You should wash from here to your feet, every part of your body that you can reach. And even the ones you can't, get that little thing and get on your back. What you doing? Soap, at least once a day, at least. And as it's hotter, and especially in Atlanta here, child, by the time you want to shower at your lunch break, but even if not, honey, by the time you get home from work, yeah, baby, you're like, I can't sit in all this sweat from all day. And then you sweat when you sleep, whether you believe it or not. So at least once a day for everybody, but twice a day is preferable, but we don't want to make nobody uncomfortable around here. If you got water restrictions where you live, no judgment, but we just saying, okay? So that is going to be the thing, keeping up with what you clean your body with, and being mindful as a woman with a vagina that certain things can make you more susceptible to vaginitis. So it is important with what you cleanse with. So again, Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar, and the link will be in the description, or the products will be tagged, however they do it. I don't know, I'm not tech savvy, but it'll be tagged. And then the Dove original body wash bar, I'm gonna tag there too. So now let's talk about skin hygiene, guys. Skin is actually a really interesting one, because skin is really going to be from the inside out. It's from the inside out. What you eat. Stay away from the sugar. The sugar give you all those itty bitty little small fine bumps. Stay away from the sugar, the refined sugar, the fast foods. Be mindful. If not, drink water. Water literally is it's like watering a plant, and your skin is like the plant. The more water you drink, the better you're going to look. The lighter your lips are going to be. the brighter your eyes are going to be. It's even going to help with the dark circles under your eyes. Like, water is that girl. It's going to help with keeping your cooch nice and wet. Like, it is that girl. It keeps your mouth nice and wet. If you know, you know. But it keeps your mouth nice and moist. And it also helps with bad breath, because dehydration can bring about halitosis. Yes. So water is that girl. It's going to help with everything. Oh, did I say it was going to help your hair grow too? Yes. So please be mindful about drinking water too. All right, so that's where it starts. Also, skincare products. You can do a facial scrub with like sugar and water and some other stuff. I don't know, but The Ordinary has products. People have cheap skin products that are good. The Ordinary skin products are amazing. And they're like $8 for this, $9 for this. If you can afford more expensive things, then go more expensive. Go to your department stores and ask them, I have combination skin, or I have this skin, or let them tell you, and get some products. If you really got yourself a nice little coin, go and get a chemical peel every now and again and get some nice products. Get a facial, get stuff done to get a routine. You should have a morning routine and an evening routine, and you can do it on all price levels. But taking care of your skin is probably the best thing you can do to glow up. Okay, to glow up. I don't care how you look or whatever the case may be. You know, your lashes don't add all this to your face. Half of y'all look better without lashes, but don't get me started on that. But your lashes don't add the things. But you know what do add the things? Glowing skin, popping skin. If you're not a makeup girly, you don't want to wear makeup, or even if you do wear makeup, you want your skin to be beautiful under the makeup. You want to wear makeup because you want to, or because you can, not because you have to. At least for me. I don't know. But skin is a big thing. And feet hygiene, child, don't get me started. Now, y'all be going to my Vietnamese sisters and cousins and my home girls, our sisters and cousins, to get y'all feet did, and that's cute. And yes, but more than the acrylic toe, first toe, and more than the design on the toe, more than that, okay, I want y'all to be concentrated on these heels. On these heels, because some of y'all look like y'all been walking through a landmine. The polish is popping, but some of y'all look like y'all been walking through glass. Now, let me tell you something, okay? When you go see them folk and get your feet done, you have to do stuff in the meantime and in between time. Again, now, for moisturization of the body, the whole body, as well as when we get to these feet, don't be scared to use the Clean and Cute body butter. Yes, I said it. The Clean and Cute body butter. When I tell you the moringa oil, the evening primrose oil, the rose hip oil, the shea butter, okay? Did I say the moringa oil? Okay, all the things we got going on, plus hyaluronic acid. Did I tell y'all that? Okay, good. So that's going to be good for your feet. I got these things from Nazan, aka Amazon, and it's a heel sock. And so it's a sock. It kind of like comes up to the ankle, and it only covers like half the foot, but it covers the heel. And it has this little thing on the inside of it. I don't know, but I moisturize my feet every night and put the heel sock on. Hard feet wear. Now full disclosure, when I get in that shower, I get to work with the pumice stone every night. We don't want no problems. So I go to work like Myra on them feet, girl. I go to work with that pumice stone, and then I come out, moisturize my whole body with the body butter, and then moisturize the feet, and then put the heel sock on. I think if you put heel sock on Amazon, and I think like a pack of 2 is like $10. And then you can hand wash them. Don't put it in the washing machine. I learned a lesson. It don't work well in the washing machine. But hand wash when they get a little too oily, or you just feel like you want to wash them. But every night, sleep in your heel socks. So it's just things like that, taking the time to moisturize your body, taking the time to care for your feet while you're in the shower. What y'all be running from the water for? It's like who can take the fastest shower, but why are you in a rush to get in there without the water hitting you and then get back out? What be happening out? Like, get one of them waterproof cases for your phone so you can scroll on TikTok or Instagram while you're in the shower. You can listen to music while you're in the shower. Like, why y'all be rushing to get out? What be happening? What's more important than being clean? Because you can eat before the shower or after the shower, but let's not exchange cleanliness for whatever it is else you're doing. I'm just saying. Okay? And then I want to challenge y'all. Remember I did the video on like the guys with the white towel and the white washcloth challenge for y'all sisters? Can I challenge y'all to do the white washcloth and white towel challenge for yourself? Yeah, let's do that. So like when you're in the shower, and you can have another washcloth if you want. You bathe with your washcloth, because I bathe, and then I have an exfoliating washcloth where I get dead skin off. And then I run through there with the white washcloth to make sure that we all good. So don't just let somebody challenge you to a white washcloth challenge. Challenge your damn self. How about that? So once we get all that squared away, boom. All right. We want to make sure we're using the white towel so we can make sure everything is everything. Now, let's get to what we went. Let's get to what y'all came here for. Let's get to what y'all came over to the house for. The coochie hygiene. Now, let's start with the basics of whether you shave, whether you wax, whether you use laser hair removal, or whether you use Nair. AKA, let's talk about the child tidiness, tidy. Your choice is your choice. Even if you're somebody who's like, I don't want it bare, you know, blah, 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 blah. And you're somebody who is going to want to have hair there, just keep it trimmed. Okay, get some nice trimmers, and not like the electric trimmers. I kind of don't believe in those. Grab a pair of scissors and keep the area nice and trim. Clean those scissors with alcohol when you're done, and put them away so they can air dry, and put them away somewhere. You know, scissors usually come with like a little cover or something. If not, put them in like a little bag or something, but keep the area nice and trim. Keep the hair nice and uniform, nice and, you know, even all the way around. You got a little fupa you can't see. That's what a mirror is for. Get you a mirror, prop that thing up between your feet, or sit in front of the mirror, however your home situation is, not my business, but make sure it's nice and even, because you have hair there. It doesn't have to be crazy disorganized and all over the place. If you're somebody who wants hair there, then just make sure that it is neat, okay? Neat. It ain't got to be coming all out. You know, on a thigh, whatever. Again, your business, but just make sure she's neat. Okay. Now, if you're somebody who desires to shave, here's my recommendations with shaving. Don't use the expensive razors, the Venus, and no offense to Venus. Shout out to them. They do a great job with whatever it is they do. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it for a particular reason, so stay with me. I tell people to get the cheap disposable razors, the ones that come in a bag, $6. I mean, wait, what is it? $3 for 6, something like that. Whatever it is, they cheap. Okay. So the point is that when you drag that razor along your skin, again, the skin is covered with staph and strep. It's not like you're super duper infected. It just is. It's covered with staph and strep. Okay. So when you are shaving, you're dragging that razor along your skin. It is picking up that staph and strep. It is. It just is. Okay. And so obviously, the more you use a razor, the more dull it becomes. So you decide you want to use, you know, a razor, and you drag the hair, you use it on your vagina, you use it on your legs, your stomach, your armpits, whatever. So my opinion is that, okay, that's sufficiently dull, but okay, you know, whatever. But you dragged it along your skin, and now it has staph and strep. So now you're going to put the cover on it, and it's going to sit, and the staph and strep is there. It's going to grow. It's going to do what it does. It's going to do what bacteria does, okay? It's going to do what it does. Now you use it again. Again, the razor is not as sharp, right? And so if we get a little nick, a little this, it increases the risk of being able to contract a little bit of infection, maybe a little folliculitis, or whatever the case may be. So I'm always like, just to minimize the risk of anything as much as you possibly can, what do I say you should do? Use the cheap razors, shave everything you're going to shave, and then throw it away. Throw it away, which is another reason why I'm not into clippers and things like that. Just use the cheap razor, shave everything, throw it away. Use the shaving oil, because that's going to drag the skin a lot less traumatically. I think Tree Hut, and this is not sponsored. Tree Hut don't know nothing about me, but Tree Hut shaving oil is a good one, and I'll see if I can tag that, because it drags the skin a lot smoother than like soap or shaving cream or whatever the case may be. Okay, so that's my recommendation as far as that's concerned. Now, if you're a waxer, girl, go on and get your wax on. If you part Silverback Gorilla, that's you, girl. That waxing, let me tell you something. You know, when I was younger, I used to, "Oh, I'm going to go and wax." And, you know, it was all cute. Before it was, you know, it was always trendy for some folks, but not for everybody, right? But before it was all trendy, you know, I was that girl. Okay, so I was always going to make sure that girl was pretty. Girl, the level of pain, like nothing, that's like surgery with no anesthesia. I don't know what y'all got in y'all DNA that I must not have in mine. I'm not the one, the two, or the three, okay? But if that's what you want to do, and I get it, if that is what you want to do, then I would say go closer earlier in the daytime, because the wax hasn't been on all day. The temperature is not as hot, and depending on the skill set of whoever it is you're seeing, the chances of your skin lifting, aka burning, and, you know, being pulled off essentially, is lower if the temperature of the wax is a little bit lower. So I would say go earlier in the day, but it's perfectly fine. You get your Brazilian, you wax, you go on ahead about your business. You know, I thought it was a maiming procedure myself. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry. Now, one thing that I did find peace with is laser hair removal. That's not going to be for everybody. It's a little bit more of a process. It's where you go. You pay like this nice, sizable little fee one time. And then every time you go, it might be like 15 or 20 bucks. But usually it's like a lifetime membership when you pay that one little fee. It just feels like a little rubber band snapping at you. I don't feel like it's a big deal. It's 10 minutes, you in, you out. And the more you get it, the thinner the hair is, the sparser the hair is. You don't really have to go back that super often. So the more you get it, the less you need it. And yeah, so that's for gang members, gangsters, people who might have a rap sheet, might have a mug sheet. Just angry at life in general. I don't really know. I don't know who created it, who pulled an audience, and they're like, oh, sugaring is also good. Sugaring is good for ingrowns. It is. It hurt worse. It hurt worse. And I'm not an ingrown girly, but I was like, oh, well, let me try this new sugaring thing, because I likes to do stuff before I bring it to y'all, right? I'm never going to bring you anything that I'm not familiar with, either personally or a close familiar. You can hold on to that sugaring, because that too, yeah, that's for like the juvenile delinquent type, you know, like you fixed your life, you know, but you had a rough start. It's for people like that, okay? It's rough. It's rough in these vaginal streets sometimes, okay? Now, if you're a Nair girly, again, you go with God, okay? Here's my recommendations. Put a tampon in, so that you protect the integrity of what's happening in the actual vagina, and make sure you get Nair for intimate areas, okay? Now, some people have coarser hair than others. I don't really know, but whatever that bottle say, you might want to follow the instructions on the bottle. I've probably seen about 2 or 3 chemical burns from Nair in my whole career, so it's not like, you know, Nair out here maiming people. No, I've probably only seen 2 or 3 chemical burns, albeit somebody did not follow the instruction. Then somebody else was trying to be all extra out doing something for her birthday, so she was dyeing it and dyeing the strip and waxing the side. And Nair in the sides, and it ain't go so well. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can't tell the difference in a chemical burn from Nair than an outbreak. A primary massive outbreak from herpes. Like, you can't tell the difference. So please follow what them folk tell you to do on that bottle, okay? I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying, okay? And then once you're done, wipe everything off with like a washcloth, and then wash. Make sure you exfoliate the area, and once you get out of the shower, you've washed, you've cleaned, then you can remove the tampon. Just saying. Okay, because I don't want you to get a vaginitis from the exfoliating. If you're using like a sugar scrub or an exfoliating scrub, don't want you to get into any problems with vaginitis with that. Okay, so that's a thing. And as far as the vagina is concerned, wash that thing. I don't know who these doctors are telling y'all not to use soap. Yes, they see that soap is the offending agent, but the answer is not to not use soap, is to use the proper soap. And rewind if you didn't hear what the proper soap was, okay? Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar and Dove White Original. Only 2 soaps, okay? Shout out to Unilever, I'm just saying. Okay, so that is a thing. But wash the entire, have a washcloth, wash the entire outside. When I think Okay, so a lot of times language is where doctors lose patients, right? Language. Because when they say don't wash the vagina, they're correct. But they got you thinking the vagina is the whole thing. They got you thinking the vagina is the lips and the clitoris, and that's not the vagina. That's the vulva. I said it. That's the vulva. The vagina is the thing that you can put something up into, like a tampon, a penis, a dildo, a finger. That's the vagina. No, you never enter into that sacred space with your finger, soap, or nothing else. Leave it alone. It ain't bothering you. Leave it alone. Y'all be doing too much. That's why we got 3 different whole vaginal, vaginitis categories now. Because y'all be doing stuff. Leave it the hell alone. It ain't bothering you. Ain't nothing jumped out that coochie and said, yoo-hoo, leave it alone. Okay, I'm it's just a thought. Just a thought. It is an option to leave it alone. But what I do want you to do is get that washcloth, get that soap, and go to work. Go to work, front to back, go to work. Work that area. Work it. And then wrench off your washcloth, soap it up again, and now go to the back. But go to the booty, but go from front to back. Don't go wiping stuff to the front. Nope, because you could have some poop there, and then we're going to have a whole nother type of vaginitis, you see? So go from the front to the back again. Front to the back. And just make sure you washing until ain't nothing on that washcloth. Wash until ain't nothing on the washcloth, okay? Wash until you smell that washcloth and it don't smell like nothing but soap. You got me? Okay, cool. And then you wash all the lips out here, and then you wash your butt cheeks. Do y'all be washing your butt cheeks, or y'all just be washing the crack of y'all booty? Because sometimes people booty do be looking a little crusty. So wash the actual butt cheeks. Okay, I don't understand why you wouldn't, but I don't judge. I instruct, I advise, I educate, I empower. I do not judge. Okay, so now let's keep on moving. So that is the vaginal cleansing part. And like I said, at the end of all that, and at the end of all that washing, run through with that white washcloth. Run through with that white washcloth. Okay, I'm just saying. Now, a couple of things. I want to talk to you guys about coochie smells. Now, you all know, and y'all be swearing to God, anything that smells like anything in y'all mind is BV. No. What if you got aerobic vaginitis? What if you got E. coli or E. fecalis in that vagina? That's aerobic vaginitis. She has a different smell. She acts funny. She don't act right. She bleeds funny. She may have some pain with intercourse. She may have some pelvic pain in general. The aerobic vaginitis, which most doctors are not checking for, is more symptomatic than the bacterial vaginitis, which is a lot of times is going to have a more offensive smell. She's offensive, okay? She's offensive. She's loud. She's aggressive. Yeah, she's that like middle sister that like to fight. That's who she is, okay? And then you have the cytolytic vaginitis. And the cytolytic vaginitis is more because you've been doing too much. You've been doing too much. You've been talking to them folk who tell you the more lactobacillus, the better. Well, no, that's not always true. Because when you get an overgrowth of lactobacillus, is in there killing everything. And then you get itching and burning and draining and irritation. And it's just a mess. It's a mess, and it smells all vinegary and all types of stuff. That's when you got cytolytic vaginitis, and you think you got yeast because it's itching, because ain't nobody told you to diagnose yourself, but you think you got yeast because it's itching, and it's just a whole big mess. You taking the yeast meds, you still got the symptoms, your doctor's sick of you, but it's their fault because they ain't really tested for everything, but don't get me started. So just calm down with the self-diagnosing and the self-treatment and all of that good stuff. But the coochie duke, it can emit some odors. Now, if you got some stuff going on, let's talk about what could be happening way before we actually make the doctor's appointment. So this is the springtime. So this is the time of year we out here with our oysters, our crabs, our shrimps. I said shrimps. I'm from Atlanta. No, I'm from Philly, but I'm living in Atlanta. But y'all know how y'all do in the A. It's shrimps to y'all. So anyway, but shrimp, crab, oysters, mussels, lobster, because that's our claim to prosperity, right? Okay, good. But the problem is, let's talk about that, because the next day, you done had this whole seafood feast with this man, and whatever happened, he stayed with you, you stayed with him, or whatever the case may be, everybody went home, but the next day you get up to pee, and you smell like Tilapia Farms or us. You like, what the heck, what? And now you embarrassed, okay? And then you need the room spray. Don't forget to get the room spray. Now you need the room spray to freshen up, okay? I'm gonna tell you what that smell is from, and how to kind of avoid it. And then I'm gonna tell you some products that I think that you should keep in your purse at all times this spring, okay? And if you follow all of this, chef's kiss. Your back wind is going to be popping, and the sundress season ain't finna catch you out there with nobody being like, sis, I got somewhere to go. I'm going to drop you off. Okay, you got to worry about that. Now, the reason when we have a bunch of seafood, there's something that seafood contains called TMA. The whole is trimethylamine, okay? But it's TMA for all intents and purposes, okay? And it's the thing that carries the odor in seafood, okay? It's the compound that carries the odor in seafood. And it smells. And the funny part is, did you know when you add other foods like garlic or asparagus or other smelly foods, add those in with the seafood and pow, you got a problem. You got a damn problem. So everybody with the garlic butter crabs, baby, that garlic butter is making that next day smell worse. But it do taste good though. So I'm gonna tell y'all what to do, okay? So when it comes to the TMA, what do you do? Basically, what do you do about this? First and foremost, there's a couple of things you have to do. Everybody's body is different. Some people's body metabolize it way better and they're gonna have it, but it's gonna be slight. Some people's body metabolize it and it's strong and you done smelled up the whole damn master suite and all you did was pee. But you think it's from your cooch because everybody think everything from the damn cooch, but all you did was pee. And baby, your body, you got the kind of body who you ain't metabolizing that TMA well at all, and you done smelled up the whole area. Well, it's a couple of things you need to do. Ooh, child, forgive me. I lost memory on my dang on situation and I had to get all that taken care of. Okay, so a couple of things that you can do to try and minimize the odor. Again, hydration. If you're dehydrated, your urine is going to be more concentrated and the smell is going to be stronger. Also, don't be scared to drizzle that. If you're cooking seafood yourself, make sure that you're cleaning your seafood with lemon water anyway, but don't be afraid to drizzle some of that lemon over your food, and possibly drink lemon water, and that will help with the smell as well. But hydration is key. Also, again, we talked about how everybody's body metabolizes the TMA differently, but something that I find very interesting is food quality. The more low quality seafood you eat, or if the seafood is spoiled, or if it's, again, very low quality, then it's going to have a stronger odor. So I know, sometimes y'all be wanting them $22 seafood barrels that be in some foil, the whole foil container, this large, for $19.99. That's likely going to be closer to your low quality foods. And then it's all soaked in garlic and all the things. So girl, woo, if that's what you want to do, you want to have a night out with the girls, y'all want to have, some delicious cheap seafood, soaked in garlic and all the things, just be by yourself the next couple of days. Just be by yourself. Just don't go and see the man. Don't let the man come and see you. You know what I mean? Use the guest bathroom. Like, do what you got to do, okay? But just know you're going to smell like tilapia. Just letting you know. Okay, so that's the thing. And then the bad part is something happened like that, honey, and then you drip that fishy smelling urine in your panties, and here you go walking around smelling like all be damned for the rest of the day, which leads me to some things that I think a respectable young lady should have in her bag at all times. Now, we're getting this together for you. Clean and Cute is putting together something called a pleasure pack, but I got a lot to do right now, okay? So give me a minute before we roll that out. It's gonna have a bunch of different stuff in it, but give me a minute, okay? But she's coming, okay? But anyway, the first thing is panties. If you've heard me say this before, again, this video is not sponsored. I do what I do for you, not for the collabs. Even though I'm okay with collabs, I do what I do for you. Okay. Panties. Please go to the Zon, aka Amazon. They have like a pack of like 5, whatever you wear. I recommend black because you never know where you are on that menstrual cycle. You might be discharging funny. You might be spotting a little bit. I say get some black thongs or black bikinis or black briefs, whatever you into, girl. Again, we don't judge. And they have like a pack of 5 of them for like $10, $15, something like that. Cotton panties. Cotton breeds, okay? Get some of those, and they come in like a little plastic pack with a little zip on them. Yes, I keep some, okay? I keep 5, because spend a lot of money for panties on some occasions for certain things. Yes, we have some of those. But for the most part, girl, for what? So get some of those and carry that small little pack. They rolled up real nice. The pack is like this big and it got like 5 pairs of panties in it. You could throw that in a clutch. You could throw that in a small little purse. Yeah, get you some of those and make sure you keep some, because if you're out, you happen to pee on panties. Oh, it's a little bit wet. Don't even play. Don't even play. Okay, just throw them away. Take them off and throw them away. Okay, because you don't want no problems. You don't want to go back out to the cookout and sit down and everybody turn around at you like, ooh, don't even play. So that's not something you want to do. Also, you want to carry water wipes. Y'all know how I feel about water wipes. Not wet ones, not baby wipes. You're not a baby. Water wipes is water and aloe, okay? It's not going to irritate the vagina. It's not going to cause vaginitis, and you're going to be able to clean up your area nicely, okay? If you do not have the water wipes, so in addition to the water wipes, get some of those little compressed washcloths. I think they got them on Amazon too, aka Amazon. And they come in, they like a little disc. It looks like a little quarter. But when water hits it, it turns into a full-blown washcloth. Keep you some of those. Keep you some of those, okay? Worst case scenario, you're going to wipe that area down there. You're going to get that fishy pee up off of there. You're going to put some clean panties on. You like a whole new girl, and you can throw it right in the trash. So you ain't got to have no wet washcloth in your purse. Throw it right in the trash. If you don't have that and you got your water wipes, you throw that in the trash. Make sure you all nice and clean down there. And then you threw the new panties on. Girl, you've been in there for 5 minutes and you done turned into a whole new girl. Yes, you can do that too, okay? So keep that on you. Also, some travel size stuff. We keep travel size stuff just for travel. You can keep travel size stuff in your purse. Like, make sure you got you some travel size mouthwash. If anybody look in your purse, they gonna respect you. It's all respect, okay? They gonna respect you. It ain't nothing wrong with a little gargle, and keep it pushing before you meet somebody, before you get into his car, before he gets into your car, okay? Before you know you're going to be in close contact with somebody, whispering in their ear, and you whispering that hot train breath on the back of somebody's neck, and then can't wonder why they ain't returning your texts. People be noticing stuff, okay? So hit the back of that throat with a little Listerine every now and again. Travel size. It ain't gonna never hurt nobody, okay? Travel size deodorant if you're not sure. If you've been out for a while. Sometimes we be rushing. We get in the shower. We bobbing. We get like, oh my God, I forgot to put some deodorant on. If you keep some travel size in your bag, you're gonna be good, okay? Don't be scared now. You know how I feel about the body butter. Okay, but the container is a 4-6 ounce container. I'm not sure which one, I don't remember, but it's a little nice size container. So you want to keep some, a small little, if you get the travel size little containers, don't go buying 2 and 3 of what you already got. Money is tight. Okay, so dip you some of the body butter in one of those little travel containers and keep it with you. It's always going to smell nice, because guess what? If you forgot to put on some perfume, the body butter has a nice aroma to it, and you're going to make sure you get the ash up in there. Get the ash up in there. Ain't nothing worse than a shiny hand and then the ash is up in here like you work at a warehouse, a factory, or up on a forklift. So make sure you get all that, okay? So cleanliness is really next to godliness, and the girl who's all about her cleanliness and all about her, that's that dainty girl. That's the thing that is what we call like feminine energy, right? And that is part of what men are attracted to. That women are attracted to that, people are attracted to that. And when they see you take care of yourself in that way, they look at you in a different way. So I'm just saying, girl, this is the springtime hygiene. You know what you should be keeping in your bag. If you have a little clutch or whatever the case, have a little small little clutch and a little case inside of your clutch so you can keep all your things in there and won't nobody be in your business. If you have a little mesh bag, a little clear bag, or whatever the case may be, if you eat a particular thing or you going for a weekend with that man, I know you at a nice restaurant and you want their little lobster tail so bad. Forgo that, sis. Forgo that. Go ahead on and get you some roasted chicken. Okay, forego that. Don't do that, because you know what's going to come after that, and you don't want nobody talking slick about you. You can have a seafood boil when you get home with your friends. Let that crab, that lobster tail go for that particular dinner, especially if you plan on spending the evening with him, spending the weekend with him, or sharing the restroom with him anytime shortly thereafter. Okay, so I hope this found somebody well. I hope this is maybe made some changes to what you're going to do for your spring hygiene routine, and I hope this helps you out some. Okay, girls, so catch you later with more tips and tricks, and I'm not sure, we're going to do something on Monday for the fellas. We're going to do something for the fellas. Not hygiene based, but we're going to do something for the fellas. We want to talk to y'all too. We need y'all to come back in the room. We need y'all to come in here because y'all been talking real flip and slick with y'all mouth lately. So we're going to talk to y'all a little bit on Monday, okay? All right, guys. So this is Dr. Tasha Rogers again, checking in with the Thursday medical tidbit. I hope this blessed somebody. Thank you so much for joining me. Excuse me, subscribe. When you hit that button, subscribe, okay? And become a member too, because we do private things for members over here. We give things away for members all the time. We just do member stuff. So don't be afraid to be a member. Don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you in our fam. And then like the video and share it if you know somebody, because you can slick this somebody. You can really serve somebody astray with this video and be like, oh, I felt like you needed to see this because I thought she was dropping some real pearls, girl. What you think? You just served her astray because you think she might need to get a little tighter, or him, with the hygiene, okay? All right, y'all. See y'all next week. Bye.